Russia has entered a new phase of military modernization, and at the center of this transformation are two flagship systems: the Su-57 Felon stealth fighter and the S-500 Prometei air defense system. Far from being symbolic prototypes, both platforms are now moving firmly into large-scale production. Moscow is not simply building new aircraft and missiles, it is reshaping its military power for the decades ahead. The Su-57 is more than just a new fighter jet. It represents Russia's entry into the fifth-generation arena, standing alongside the American F-22 and F-35 as well as China's J-20. Designed for air superiority and multi-role missions, the Su-57 combines stealth features, advanced sensors, and extreme agility. For Russia, this is not an experiment. It is a calculated step toward ensuring its air force has the tools to maintain parity with its strongest competitors. From limited batches, the Su-57 program is now shifting toward mass production. Factories in Komsomolsk-on-Amur are steadily expanding assembly lines, supported by a robust supply chain inside Russia. Official plans call for dozens of Su-57s to be delivered by 2027, but Moscow has signaled that production will accelerate further, with more aircraft being prepared than previously acknowledged. This scaling up process marks a deliberate strategy: move from small quantities into numbers that matter operationally. The fighter's strengths explain this urgency. The Su-57 reduces radar visibility through advanced composites and coatings, making it significantly harder to detect compared to Russia's fourth-generation aircraft. Its N-036 Bielka radar suite provides wide-area situational awareness, while electronic warfare capabilities give it the ability to disrupt enemy defenses. Add thrust vectoring engines and extreme maneuverability, and the Su-57 becomes a rare blend of stealth and dogfighting power. Another critical element is integration. Russia envisions the Su-57 working closely with the S-70 Okhotnik B combat drone in a manned-unmanned teaming doctrine. In this model, the Su-57 acts as the command hub, directing drones to carry out high-risk missions such as deep strikes or electronic attacks. This approach places Russia alongside the United States and China in pursuing the next era of network-centric warfare. Parallel to this, the S-500 Prometei is being rolled out as Russia's crown jewel in air and missile defense. Unlike the S-400, which focuses primarily on aircraft and cruise missiles, the S-500 is designed to intercept ballistic missiles, satellites in low orbit, and potentially even hypersonic threats. In short, it is a system that pushes beyond regional air defense into the realm of strategic protection. Serial production of the S-500 has already begun, and early units are reported to be deployed around key strategic sites. While exact numbers remain undisclosed, Russia's defense industry is prioritizing steady expansion of production capacity. The emphasis is not on one or two experimental units, but on building a networked shield that can cover vast areas of Russian territory. The push for both systems is driven by more than immediate combat needs. It reflects a strategic doctrine, ensuring Russia maintains the ability to deter, counter, and, if necessary, outmatch Western technological advances. NATO has integrated hundreds of F-35s, while the United States continues to refine its missile defense programs. Russia's answer is to put its own advanced systems into the field as quickly as possible. Economic and industrial logic also plays a role. By accelerating production, Russia secures its domestic defense industry, keeps assembly lines running, and develops self-sufficiency despite sanctions. Each Su-57 or S-500 unit produced strengthens not only military capacity but also the resilience of Russia's high-tech sector. In the long run, this approach ensures Moscow can supply itself and potential partners abroad without external reliance. Export potential cannot be ignored. Nations like India, Algeria, and others have expressed interest in the Su-57, while the S-500 has the potential to attract states seeking alternatives to Western missile defense. For foreign buyers to commit, they must see real, sustained production. Russia's current acceleration sends exactly that signal. These are no longer experimental platforms, but weapons available for deployment and sale. Western reactions reflect cautious attention. NATO does not dismiss the Su-57 or S-500, even if numbers are not yet massive. The concern is not what Russia fields today, but what it could field tomorrow if production continues at pace. A future fleet of Su-57s integrated with drones, combined with a widespread S-500 shield, would significantly raise the threshold of challenge for any adversary. Ukraine's response is limited as it lacks the tools to counter fifth-generation fighters or next-generation missile defense directly. Instead, Kyiv relies on Western deliveries of air defense systems and long-range strike capabilities. The United States, meanwhile, acknowledges that Russia's accelerated production, while not yet a game-changer, could shift regional balances if left unchecked. Yet one key question lingers: how much is Russia producing openly, and how much behind closed doors? Some evidence suggests that official numbers understate actual production, with satellite images hinting at more aircraft being assembled than reported. Whether intentional secrecy or cautious disclosure, the effect is the same. Uncertainty keeps adversaries guessing. In essence, the acceleration of Su-57 and S-500 production marks a turning point. Russia is not waiting for decades-long cycles of development. It is pushing forward now, building systems designed to contest air dominance and missile supremacy. These are not just weapons of war, they are instruments of deterrence, leverage, and strategic messaging. The coming years will determine whether this strategy succeeds fully, but one reality is already clear. The Su-57 and S-500 are entering the field in greater numbers, and their presence will shape global calculations. Far from being delayed, these programs are being driven forward with determination, becoming central pillars of Russia's future military power. Another factor driving this acceleration is Russia's long-standing doctrine of strategic independence. For decades, Moscow has insisted that its national security must not depend on foreign technology or supply chains. The Su-57 and S-500 programs embody that principle. By ensuring that these systems are built domestically, Russia demonstrates that even under heavy sanctions, it retains the ability to innovate, adapt, and deliver advanced weapons independently of Western markets. There is also a psychological and symbolic dimension. Every rollout of a new Su-57 or a publicized S-500 test is more than just a technical milestone. It is a statement of national resilience. At a time when Russia is under intense political and economic pressure, the ability to field next-generation systems sends a clear signal to both domestic and international audiences. Russia is not isolated, and its defense industry is not stagnating. Instead, it is moving forward at a steady, determined pace. Ultimately, the decision to scale up these programs reflects a long-term vision. Moscow understands that great power competition is not decided in a single year or a single conflict. It is decided by sustained technological progress, industrial capacity, and the ability to project strength consistently over time. The Su-57 and S-500 are not the end of that story, but they are vital chapters, symbols of how Russia intends to remain a decisive military actor well into the future.